Hey, welcome to the last lesson, number 12, in the actual class sequencing portion. Now, we are going to go through a lot more in the next week and a half, but we have to finish up with the sequencing itself. And today is a simple topic called Shavasana, or relaxation. It's a type of meditation done towards the end of class, or it is a variation, or it's basically meditation because you don't want to just fall asleep. Relaxation is a little bit different, or relaxing is a little different than a meditation, and Shavasana still is a meditation. Oftentimes in yoga classes or in your practice, this is considered a reward, or for the hard work that you've done, or something that is just like something to really appreciate. This is both probably the most important pose, the best pose, but also the hardest pose for students to fully take in and absorb and practice mindfully, because you'll find that if you just lay down and relax, you start listing all your to-dos and start thinking about what you have to do next and how long you've been laying there and when are we going to get up. Right away, when you start your yoga practice and you try to do Shavasana as a new yogi, it doesn't go all that well. Usually your eyes are open, you're looking around, you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So if you're a teacher, the best thing that you can do is reassure students that this is a reward for your practice. So to enjoy it, to really love this point in your practice, and that it is the most important thing you will do today is to let yourself go. So after we exert ourselves doing the work in our yoga practice with our stretching and strengthening, we lie down on our backs. So that's why we head down from seated to supine poses to decompress. And then we come down to our backs for relaxation, or not relaxation, for Shavasana. And Shavasana often is done on your back in like a star position. So your hands can be close to you or out to the side. Oftentimes palms are facing up. Feet are mat distance or out like this. And then toes are just out to this, falling out to the side. So you're lying down totally just, relaxed. If that bothers your knees, feel free to bend them and knock them together, or feet open, knees wide while you're on the ground. Or with low back stuff, put a bolster or a pillow or something underneath your knees for a little bit of support. When I've had some back spasms and stuff before, I would always just grab a bolster and put it under my legs. You can also grab a wool blanket or one of those like throat blankets, the Mexican blankets, and cozy up in them as you do Shavasana. So there's that option. So you want to make yourself comfortable and also just allow yourself to let go. Here's a few things from my teacher training that I can discuss about meditation. Meditative use in Shavasana. So Shavasana itself is also called, in English, it's called corpse pose. And I hesitate to use that term because corpse pose, that means you're dead. And that's just not a pretty sight. But the truth is, what Shavasana is meant for is to prepare us for death. And traditionally, in Shavasana, us letting go of all these distracting thoughts of the outside world helps us to connect our mind and bodies together, so that when we die, in old ancient history, so they say that when we die, basically we don't lose our shit. We don't just disappear to all sorts of places. Instead, we stay with the mind together and we're connected to move to the next life, or whatever that is. So it does stem back to preparing for death. I don't mention that in our yoga practice as a teacher because it's a bit morbid. So I'll mention that to students, that is the traditional history of Shavasana and why it's called corpse pose. But it's also a symbol of death to rebirth. So as you lay there for a while, you connect with yourself, you make sure everything's together. You'll roll to your side in a fetal position, pretty much, and prepare for the life ahead, letting go of the old, letting that disappear behind you, and embracing the now. So we're reawakening to what is here and now. So meditative use in Shavasana, this comes from one of my teacher training books. Shavasana is designed to relax the body after yoga practice. It allows the entire body to integrate the practice, to assimilate and acclimate. It's easier to relax after exertion, so after you work your body hard. It trains the body to drop into relaxation after the exertion phase of yoga practice, the integrating of the neuromuscular system. So relax, exert, relax, exert. So it's good to relax afterwards. Shavasana allows the body to release, relax, and dissolve. Mind is there, but it is blank. Body is there, but it's doing nothing. There's a sensation of emptiness and nothingness, and also just like connectedness. So it's natural breath, you're just feeling good, and there's not a whole lot to it. But again, this can be the hardest pose for a lot of people to do because it is sitting and doing nothing and allowing your body to do nothing. And all of us are programmed and wired to do, go, go, go. And so it's so important to have that little bit of practice, or even 5 short minutes of your life to just be and just be still. As a teacher, there are ways you can help guide your students into relaxation with things like guided imagery. So you can visualize, if you have a trouble just shutting off everything, which most of us do, including myself, you can visualize your place, yourself at your favorite place in the world, or what would be most calm and serene to you. Some of you might pick like a beach or something, and some might pick the mountains, and some may pick like your grandma's house, or a lot of different things. So guided imagery is a way, it's kind of like daydreaming in a way. So that's a form of meditation. There's also, for getting into Shavasana, there's Yoga Nidra is really awesome. And that's really just directing points of your body. There's 61 points, I think. So it's like, feel your little pinky toe and allow it to relax. Now your second toe. And then it's like your left knuckle, but it goes up and down your body. So you feel just yourself melting as you listen to the instructor do it in a very calm and way that has lots of pauses. That feels really good to allow you to relax. So there's that sensation where you can, the relaxed sensation where you can lay down and just imagine your body melting and feeling your body relax as you keep breathing. My rule of thumb generally is to at least do Shavasana for 10% of your class time. So if you did a 30-minute class, try for about 3 minutes. If you did an hour-long class, maybe 5 or 6. If you can do more, it's probably better. So up to 10 minutes. I have found that the most Shavasana benefit for me actually can get into it deeper when it's at least 8 minutes. And the place I've been subbing recently, the yoga studio, I'm getting a lot of compliments because I'll do Shavasana for, between 6 and 8 minutes. So it's not like really long, but I get a lot of compliments saying, thank you for the longer Shavasana, because a lot of teachers tend to skimp out on that. They, for some reason, think that students don't want to be lying there for a longer time. And the truth is, they do want to, and they want to be able to have that time to fully relax and come down, and it just feels so good. If you have students that are a little bit wary about it, the best thing you can be is encouraging that this is totally normal, that your mind is wandering, and really just to allow yourself to daydream, or maybe it's attaching to a single thought, just like you would in a meditation, without scattering the mind. You can meditate, and this you can add, if you're a teacher, or if you're even yourself, if you're practicing, you can add, look up different meditations and use those meditations in Shavasana. So thinking of things you're grateful for, gratitude, appreciation, happiness, manifesting your goals and dreams, a certain mantra, which is like it's sayings, or it is phrases, either in English or in Sanskrit. All right, so that's a lot on Shavasana. I think we have enough here that you guys can get started. I will be going through, and I'll be using this book a little bit too to help us develop our sequences and give you a lot more tips. One thing I know I haven't done yet for you is to check in and ask you how your sequences are going and how you're doing and what you would like to see more of, because I'm here for you. And each day I try to get on here live. If not, yeah, actually each day I try to get on live just to answer any questions or be here for you. So this is the end, and I do see someone just hopped on, so awesome, but I'm actually just ending to make this 10 minutes or less, and you can watch it soon on the replay. So we're learning about Shavasana. It's the last of our 12-step sequencing. Sometimes it's 9 steps, sometimes 10. For this course, it was 12. Now we're going to get into more tips on how to sequence, more about transitions, and a lot of other topics. If there's specific topics with yoga class sequencing that you're struggling with, please let me know and I will find the resources and help you along that path. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. For the next few days, just to let you know, I will be kind of scattered with the time that I'll be on. My mom and sister are out here visiting, so I don't have a set time. I'll still try to do noon, but that, like today, my mom and sister were here, so we've been out and about, but I do want to get on whenever I can and help you guys with our sequencing. Enjoy Shavasana. Of course, you don't want to just do Shavasana because that could put you to sleep, but add a couple poses. Shavasana is great if you have at least a 15-minute practice to lie down for a couple minutes. Good? Good to go? Hooray for Rosé. Just thought this sweatshirt, actually, I don't know why I'm wearing the sweatshirt. I just pulled it out of the closet. Have a wonderful night or morning, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching and staying up to date. Keep up with emails. They're not that long, and this is why we're doing them little bit by little bit. Bye.